here, father of an angel, husband of a superwoman, and your relationship transformation coach. So today I'm going to talk about something which is very close to my heart, and this is don't lie in your relationship. So today I'm going to talk about this in a little different. This is not exactly what you probably would have thought I'm going to talk. You know, the two ways we lie in our relationship. Number one is lying to your partner. We all know, right? That we are all aware of, and we lie. But the second thing is that this is one thing which we are most aware of: lying to ourselves. So I'm going to talk about lying to ourselves in depth in this 5 to 7 minutes. Okay. So don't lie to yourself in your relationship. That's very important for you to understand. When you lie to yourself, what happens? You are creating a dream world which has everything right or everything is wrong. There are two ways to look at it. One is, when you lie to yourself, you create the story. Most of the people, what they do is that they create the story and create a lie around that story, or vice versa, create a lie and a story around it, and they start believing in that story. And when they believe in that story, everything we see around that same person surrounds around that story, and we see all the behavior, we relate all the behaviors, we relate all the actions, we relate all what they say and what they don't say, even their behaviors, even their body language, we see in that way, because we relate that to something which we have created. So what you need to do is that don't lie in your relationship to yourself. So as a first step, what you need to do is, okay, before the step comes, I just want to share this. There are two ways you lie. One is you lie to yourself that my relationship is awesome, everything is fine, perfectly fine, there is nothing. And you try to live in a dream world, but when it meets to the reality, it actually gets you into a state which you actually don't want to. So how many of you can relate to what I'm saying? If you can relate to that, type an I if you can relate to that. Right. The second stage, as I told, is creating a story around that lie which you are telling to yourself, but everything is worse. So recently, what I've learned from one of the seminars is that if situation is worse, don't see that situation worser than that. Ensure that you see the situation as it is, and for that you need to be emotionally balanced, right? So when you're emotionally balanced, you can see the situation as it is, right? And think of how you can make that situation better rather than worse, right? So now getting into the steps of how to identify this, I've covered this a little in depth. So how to understand whether you're lying to yourself or not, right? So this is a small exercise which we have done, and which we give to our coaching participants as well. So this is something which you can do. Stop for a while. Stop everything which you're doing. Maybe not right now. You can take time out after some time, and think of all the situations which were happening, and you actually have resentment in your relationship. You feel that it is not the way it has to be. It was not, you always feel that, my relationship was really good sometime before, but right now it is not the way I wanted it, right? You all have this feeling. I had that feeling. So stop for a while, write all those things which is there in your mind. What were your expectations about your relationship? What is the reality right now? And when I talk about reality, there are two ways you can write it. One is, what is the perceived reality which is there in your mind? And second thing is, what is the actuality? When you write down, you will find that there are so many other things, mixed masala, which you have probably added to that, which is making the situation worse than what you actually think it is. How many of you are getting what I'm saying? Right? So once you write that down, then remove all those masalas around and see the situation exactly how it is. When you see the situation exactly how it is, you will be able to take simple actions towards bettering it. And that's the only way you can better it, by understanding that without all this masala. Right? So, how many of you are learning something? If you're learning something, type in I. Even if you're watching this deferred live, or if you're watching this as a replay, type in, because this will help others to improve their, it will motivate others to watch this video again, when comments come in. And it will also, by you typing in here your experience, what will happen is someone else will read that and then they can relate. And I would like to add one more thing over here. Most of the things which you face in your relationship is unique to you. But however, most of the things which you think in your mind are not unique to you. There is a difference. What is happening probably can be unique, but what you're thinking probably cannot. So if you type in what are you feeling right now about your relationship, or anything which you feel, then probably what other people who are watching, look at the comments and see that yes, I also feel this, I also have gone through this. Then you will understand it is not just what you see, it is not just, you are facing this. There are so many other people who are facing this and have overcome. So that creates that belief of you to getting over it. Right? So how many of you are learning something? If you're learning something, type in I. Right? So this was the small nugget which I wanted to share today about not lying in your relationship. So don't lie in your relationship. To your partner, definitely don't lie, but to yourself, don't lie either ways. Don't make it so good or so bad. Be in the reality and do the exercise which I have told. This is going to change and transform your relationship. So this is Sharath Nair here from Saranjali, your relationship transformation coach. If you want to know more, there is a free video which is available. If you go to www.saranjali.com, you'll find that video. And if you really feel that you can want to connect to us, you can connect us there. So see you. Thank you so much. Have an awesome evening.